word that makes people uncomfortable, a force that has shaped empires, ruined kings, broken families, but also fueled art, love, and longing. It is one of the oldest struggles of the human heart. Religions, philosophies, and spiritual teachers across time have wrestled with this fire. So the question is, how do we conquer lust? Not by suppressing it, not by pretending it does not exist, but by understanding it, transforming it, and mastering it. Today, I want to take you on a journey to explore what lust really is, why it has so much power over us, and the timeless ways to rise above it. In this video, I will give you 8 strong ways to overcome the power of lust, and this will be followed by 8 episodes breaking down each one in more detail for you to watch and apply in your life. Let's dive in. Lust is not simply attraction. Attraction is natural. We see beauty, we feel drawn. That is life. Lust is when attraction becomes craving. It is when the mind says, I cannot be happy until I have this. Lust blinds us. It makes us chase illusions, and often after the act is over, we feel emptiness rather than fulfillment. The Buddha said lust is a net thrown over the mind. Saint Augustine confessed that lust enslaved him until he surrendered to God. Rumi described lust as raw fire, which must be transformed into the flame of divine love. The first step in conquering lust is to see it clearly. It is not love, it is not beauty, it is craving. Imagine you are sitting quietly and suddenly a wave of desire rises. The mind starts playing images. The body responds. Most people either run after it or fight it with guilt. But there is another way, awareness. When desire arises, do not fight it. Do not feed it. Simply observe. Say to yourself, here is lust. I see you. I know you are temporary. Like a storm, it will rise and it will fall. This is what the Buddha did under the Bodhi tree when Mara's daughters came to seduce him. He did not suppress, he did not indulge, he observed, and the illusion vanished. Awareness is the sword that cuts through lust. Spiritual masters teach that lust is not evil, it is energy. Energy that can enslave, but also energy that can be transformed. In yoga, this is called brahmacharya, the art of channeling sexual energy into creativity and spiritual growth. The same fire that burns can also give warmth. The same river that floods can also bring life. Instead of drowning in lust, redirect it into exercise and movement, into art, writing, or music, into service for others, into meditation and devotion. Every time lust rises, see it as fuel. Use it to power something higher. Another way to conquer lust is through reflection. When desire arises, the mind says, this will make me happy. But wisdom asks, and then what? How many times has lust promised joy only to leave emptiness, guilt, or suffering? How many families have been broken by affairs? How many kings have lost kingdoms to lust? King David saw Bathsheba and gave in. It led to bloodshed. Sage Vishwamitra was distracted by Menaka. It delayed his spiritual progress. So the next time lust whispers, pause and ask yourself, will this lead me to freedom, or will this chain me deeper? The battlefield of lust is not the body, it is the mind. If the mind is filled with lustful images, fantasies, and desires, they will eventually overpower us. But if the mind is trained, purified, and fed with higher thoughts, lust loses its grip. Guard what you watch, read, and consume. Images plant seeds in the mind. Spend time in uplifting environments, nature, spiritual gatherings, meditation halls. Surround yourself with people who live with integrity. Practice gratitude. When the heart is full, craving weakens. The mind becomes what it feeds on. Feed it light, and shadows vanish. At the root of lust is a misunderstanding. We think we are craving the body, but in truth, we are craving connection, intimacy, love, and oneness. Lust tries to fill that gap temporarily. Love fills it permanently. Love is not about taking, but about giving. Love is not hunger, but fullness. Love is not a fire that consumes, but a light that shines. When we cultivate true love for ourselves, for others, for the divine, lust slowly loses its power. Because the heart no longer seeks to consume, it seeks to connect. Across traditions, practical tools have been given. Meditation, where you watch thoughts and let desire rise and pass. Prayer, calling for divine help when the mind is weak. Fasting, training the body not to be a slave to cravings. Service, redirecting energy from self-pleasure to serving others. Chanting or mantra, replacing lustful thoughts with vibrations of purity. Each practice is a reminder: you are not the body, you are not the craving, you are something higher. Often when people struggle with lust, they punish themselves with guilt, but guilt is another chain. Compassion is the way. See lust not as sin, but as a teacher. It shows you where you are still attached, where you are still human, where you still need growth. Even the Buddha was tested, even saints struggled. Your struggle does not make you less spiritual, it makes you part of the journey. With compassion, you rise again. With compassion, you learn. So, how do we conquer lust? Not with hatred, not with shame, but with clarity, awareness, transformation, and love. Lust is like a storm. If you fight it, it grows stronger. If you run from it, it follows. But if you stand still, if you observe, if you see it for what it truly is, it passes. And behind the storm, the sky is clear. Behind lust, there is freedom. Behind craving, there is joy. Remember this: you are not the craving. You are the awareness watching it. And in that awareness, you are already free. So the next time lust arises, smile. You have the tools, you have the wisdom, you have the power to walk through fire untouched. And in that moment, you conquer not just lust, but yourself. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And now watch each of the 8 episodes breaking down each method. Let's conquer this together.